Hi everybody, it's Mr. Bowl here. This is our Mayan civilization topic, and this one is lesson 6. Now today we're going to make our own Mayan Codex. You'll remember seeing these before as an example of one of the achievements of the Mayan civilization. Well, today you're going to make your own one, okay? Now, in a little while I'll tell you how to do it, but first of all, we've got to get a few ideas for what we're going to put onto our Mayan codices, that's the plural, and how they look. So if you look closely, there's usually in many of the panels, each of these is a panel, in many of the panels there's a figure. It could be either a person or a god or goddess. And I'm going to show you some pictures of gods and goddesses and people that will help you to do a picture like this. So your aim is to get it into the style of a Mayan pictures, okay? So there's often a person, there's quite often a series of different animals or creatures, and I'm going to show you how to do it, how the Mayans would have drawn them. Okay, and then around the edge, once you've done your main pictures, you'll notice there's usually a pattern. This one's got little circles of different colours. You've got red and green, and then they change colour. And then in between the pictures, you've got more patterns. And then around the edges, there's sometimes some of the glyphs. That's the Mayan writing system. So those are the main things that are in a Mayan Codex, okay? So let's have a look at some ideas for how you could do yours. So this is the way that the Mayans would have drawn all these different things, okay? So this is a good one, the death's head, and we'll see a little example of how somebody's used that in a previous time when they've done it at school. And all of these are very cool ways of drawing these different creatures, okay? So if you decide that you're going to have some creatures, you're going to get your ideas from this sheet, yeah, or pause the video on this, okay? Then people. Now, people, you wouldn't draw them necessarily like we do nowadays. And here is this that we've seen before. So if you wanted to have a king, somebody representing a king in your codex, then you could draw something like this and try and copy that. But these are the senior people, the important generals and priests. And remember the headdresses, which we've discussed before. Okay, and they all have very, very colourful clothing. Yeah, so you could draw a person or some people based on one of these. All right. Then, if you're including a god or a goddess, these are the hero twins, very famous in Mayan mythology, and they had amazing adventures. Okay, and then they went on to become the sun and the moon. All right, and so that would be a good model to use to have a god or goddess. And here's another one. Now, this is the center of the very famous Mayan calendar. And we looked at this once before, and we know that they could accurately tell exactly what was going to happen during the year and predict even what was going to happen with the stars. It might be hard to draw something like this. That's actually maybe a bit of a tall order, but if you wanted to, you could just draw the middle. This is the Lord. Okay, and that picture there, that if you want to, you could include a picture like that, just the center part. Okay, here are some of the glyphs. So you could have some of these in your codex, and don't worry about exactly what they mean at the moment. This is more of a design work of art that is in the style of the Mayans. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You're going to get at home a piece of paper or card. Card's probably a bit better for this. If you haven't got any ordinary card, you could just cut up a cereal packet. Okay, and this size here that we've got is half of an A4. Okay, so you've got A4, and then you just cut it in half. And I think once you've done this one, okay, then you might think, oh, this is brilliant, and then you can just use your other half and carry on and do another one. But here's the half of A4. So that's a bit of card if you've got some card, or cut a cereal box in half. You could paint it white if you've got some acrylic paints, as long as your parents don't mind. That would be fine. But if it's a card colour, that also will be fine. Right, then you fold it. This is important, because this is how you're going to make it like a codex book. So as you know, they made theirs from tree bark, but I'm not expecting you to go out and get the bark off trees and get the bits that you can use and make it like that. You're just going to use card. So you fold it. You put 4 folds in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. and that will actually give you 5 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do 5 different pictures. Okay, and then once you've done your pictures and you're happy with them, I'd like to see some human figures based on the ones we saw a minute ago, some glyphs, and also some animals. Okay, and you can make up what they're doing, and then round the edge put some sort of pattern. Okay, like the Mayans do on their books. Here's some examples. Okay, so these are nice, aren't they? And then you'll notice here's the death's head with a nice big serpent coming out there. That's a good one. And here's some of the creatures that we saw earlier that have been done. And when they're coloured in, they look really brilliant, don't they? So that it's the type of thing you're looking for. You'll see that this one is about the sun and the moon, which I mentioned before, to do with the hero twins. So all of these images fit in nicely, and some patterns around the edge. You see how this person's done some lines here and some dots, and then these little sort of interconnecting lines here, rectangles, and this one's done triangles with dots in. All those things are great. Get your pictures done first, though, and then put the designs around the edge, otherwise you might not have enough space. Okay, so you're going to end up with something a bit like this, but your own ideas, and then you'll take a photograph of that and send it to me. So it's a piece of artwork in the style of a Mayan Codex. All right, excellent. So hopefully I'll see these, and then actually in the not too distant future, I'm hoping to see you at school, as long as everything works out well. So all the best then, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.